Hey everyone, I wanted to do a video, kind of a question. See what you guys that paint at home or in your garage or your shop, what you're using to paint. I'm using a 60 gallon, they say 5 horse, I don't know, it's probably more like a 3 horse, Sanborn air compressor, single stage. It works for, it keeps up, definitely keeps up with my air needs. So I've got it coming out of the tank off to a splitter. One goes to my regular air line, and one I don't keep it connected, but it runs down all along back. Around there, you can see it come out there. It runs along there, and up here over to my dryer, filter, and regulator. It's just a regular desiccant dryer. I got this one at Princess Auto, but I've seen the same thing at Harbor Freight. Some of them are yellow, some of them are blue. The air comes into the desiccant dryer first. I don't know what's the order it goes. Yeah, it comes into the desiccant dryer first, through there, into the filter, filter regulator, out the regulator into the hose reel, and the hose reel to the paint gun. What are you guys using for paint guns? I know I had a Zeta gun that I loved that was stolen, of course. This is just a cheap one. I got at Princess Auto. I think it's a 1.5 tip on it. Yeah, this camera doesn't focus worth crap. But yeah, it's a 1.5 tip. I use this one for the base and clear or single stage. And it's just got a little regulator on it. When I'm shooting paint with this, depending on what I'm painting, what paint I'm using, it's usually around 25 psi. I'll leave that set at 25 psi and adjust the regulator to usually around 30 to 40. So I'm not running out of air. Even when the tank slows down and has to, when it runs out of air and has to regenerate, I'm still good to go with 30, 40 psi, no problem. So the gun doesn't spit or anything, no problems with that at all. I'd like to try one of those Harbor Freight guns, those purple ones that I've heard so much about that people love. I wish I could get one of those here. Yeah, I mean, this gun works good. I've done some pretty good paint jobs. I've painted cars, boats, Sea-Doos, various things, and I've just got a 50-foot hose on this reel. It's got some red paint on it from the last thing I painted. Whatever gun you get, make sure to clean it out real good before you even use it. You can use mineral spirits. I wouldn't. Use acetone. Acetone will clean everything out. Take it apart, soak everything, scrub everything, run like a full cup of acetone through it everywhere. Fill the air line, the air thing full of acetone. Shoot that through the gun. You can never get it too clean, otherwise you're going to get fish eyes if there's any of that oil left. One of the last things I painted was this locker. It's got some dust in it, but you can see the paint laid down pretty flat. It's a good reflection off everything. Came out nice. Well, definitely a lot better than a spray bomb. I mean, if I wanted to get fancy, I could wet sand it and buff it and it would have like a mirror finish, but for what it is, for a locker, it turned out pretty good. And I painted cars with that gun. Lots of them. Some of them I haven't even had to color sand or anything. They just smooth as glass depending on how you lay it out. I've been painting for a long time. And a lot of people are afraid to paint cars. They're afraid something's going to happen. The worst that happens is you make a mistake, you sand it down and redo it. It's not huge. I mean, I was afraid the first time I started painting. Best thing to do is start painting with white. Whatever you're painting, paint it white. It hides a lot of problems. So yeah, just a question out there. You know, what are you using? What kind of compressor you have? What kind of gun? What kind of filter setup? Dryer are you using? Let me know in the comments section. Thanks.